Hi, welcome to the Urban Outdoorsman SoCal video. My name is Danny Milton, and today we're in Irvine at the Orange County Great Park. The reason why we're out here is because I've been getting a lot of questions on some of my previous active track videos that I've done. I've done several. I've done 4 so far. I did one in the park, me walking around. I did one at the beach, following my son around through the waves. And I've done 2 out in Aliso Woods, tracking me on my mountain bike. If you want to watch any of those videos, click on that link right there. So the question I get a lot is, how am I having the Mavic Air 2 with the Active Track 3.0 track me while I'm on my mountain bike or out hiking? So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you the full process. I'm going to show you turning on the drone, connecting it to my remote. I'm going to show you what everything I do on the screen, all of my settings. We're going to go through the entire thing so you too will be able to get this drone, set it up in the sky, and have it track you doing anything, hiking, walking, on a mountain bike, or even in your car. That's what we're going to do today. Lock onto myself using the active track. I'm just going to drive around the parking lot. We're going to drive slow at the start, anywhere from like 5 to 10, then maybe 10 to 15, and then maybe push the speed limit up to about 15 to 25 to see if the drone can keep up with us. Okay, so this is my setup right here. I have the Galaxy Note 10 Plus in the mount. I have the remote plugged into the back of it. The remote is already turned on. I know you can't see those white buttons because it's pretty bright out here, but I am doing a screen record so you can see. So right now, the remote is turned on, and on the screen, I don't know if you can see it in this camera, but you'll see it in the screen recording. It says aircraft not connected. So let's turn our drone on. Let that set up. Okay, so we're waiting for our satellites to get to a higher number. You're going to see up here in this top right corner, still red, now we're white, and it looks like we're connected to 13 satellites. Takeoff permitted. All right, let's go ahead and launch. Use my fingers here to hold the remote in place. Tap the launch button with my thumb, push and hold, and we launch. You can see here the screen record. So let me make sure the screen record is still recording. We've got the camera angle here looking down on the truck. We're still recording, so what I'm going to do is simply draw a box on my truck. You can see that the box appeared around my truck. Now the 3 choices you have are active track, spotlight, and point of interest. We are going to do active tracks. We're going to tap on the active track. Active track. And this is a vehicle, so for some reason it doesn't want to lock onto my truck, so let's draw a bigger box maybe. Bigger box. Okay, you can, okay, now I see. So the box is completely enveloped my car, and you can actually see there's a little car icon down there at the bottom of the box. Active track, we're going to be doing trace. We're going to hit go. So now it is actively tracking my car. We are still recording. I'm going to set the remote control down just to my right here in the passenger seat. I have the sticks still on the remote control. I haven't touched anything other than just setting the remote control down. Now, the one thing I do want to tell you to make sure of when you're using active track, and if you want it to follow you while you're moving more than just a couple miles per hour, is you have to have the mode switch right here set to normal. If you have it set to tripod, the drone won't be able to move fast enough and it'll lose tracking almost instantly. If you want to use all of the sensors and have the drone track you, so you're using APAS 3.0 at the same time, so that's the obstacle avoidance system, you're going to want to have it in normal mode. You can put it in sport mode if you want to track faster, but the problem with sport mode is once you put it in sport mode, all of your sensors are turned off. So we are going to be needing to avoid a couple of light posts and things like that today. So I'm gonna leave it normal, setting it down in the passenger seat. So one of the differences you're gonna notice is when you go to draw the box around yourself on the screen, if you are standing, if you're gonna be hiking or on a mountain bike, when you draw that box around yourself, you're gonna see that if it locks onto you properly, you're gonna see that little icon down at the bottom of the green box, and it's gonna look like a person walking. That means that the drone is locked onto you properly and will start to follow you wherever you go. When you lock onto a car and you draw that box and you see the green box appear around your vehicle, at the bottom of that green box there should be a little car icon that will let you know that the drone is locked onto you and that you can start doing active track. So we're just going to quickly go over some of the things that you need to do so that active track will work for you. The first thing obviously is to lock onto your subject. The next thing you're going to have to do is make sure that your screen stays on. You can't have your screen time out and shut off, or you can't lock your screen. The second you do that, active track will stop working and you won't be able to track yourself. So you can see I have the drone locked onto my car right now. If you touch the return to home button, the active track will stop working and you will no longer be able to track your vehicle or the subject. So a couple other things I want to talk about is you don't want to use any ND filters when you are trying to use active track, because you're going to be moving around, and sometimes if you go into a darker or shaded area, the drone's going to need to change the shutter speed to brighten the pictures so that it can keep following you, so that there's enough contrast. If you're using an ND filter, or if you try to set your settings to a lower shutter speed, it may not be able to track you through those darker areas. So just real quick, I want to show you that when I am recording, I almost always record in 4K. The frame rate really doesn't make a difference, 24, 25, or 30 frames per second. It doesn't look like you can do 60 frames per second in active track. So the safety stuff, that's all pretty much, factory. I haven't changed any of that. I do have the obstacle detection on. I also have the APAS system turned on as well. Let's see what else. Just going through advanced safety stuff. Those are just buttons and how to turn that off. The controls, this is all pretty much just basic settings. Coming through here, I'm in the US, so I use mode 2 for the stick mode. The camera, I use MP4s because I am on a PC. You can do 264, 265, doesn't make a difference. None of this other stuff is turned on. One thing you should always do is format your card before you start recording. Transmission, none of this. I always have it on HD. Dual band, channel mode set to auto. And let's see, this is just about stuff. So those are all of my camera settings. One other thing I want to talk about is I always have my settings in this bottom right hand corner here set to auto. You want to leave it in auto for those same reasons that you don't want to use an ND filter. You want the camera to be able to have the brightest picture possible, so in case you do go through any darker areas, the camera can adjust the shutter speed and keep the picture nice and bright and be able to have enough contrast to follow you. And the last couple of things, if you are going to be using this like in a hiking or mountain bike setting and you want to put the remote in your backpack, I'm going to show you a couple of quick ways that I do that on screen here. If you're going to put it in a backpack, what you need to do, and what I did, is I used my OtterBox cover to put that over my screen. That way nothing could touch the screen and end the active tracking. I took the sticks off, that way none of that stuff gets moved while it's in your backpack. The only thing you have to worry about is that return to home button being pushed. So I put it in the top of the Low Pro backpack where there's kind of a domed cover so that nothing would touch the return to home button, we wouldn't lose tracking. And the last thing you want to do before you take off anytime is in that top right corner, you're going to see the little satellite icon. You want to make sure that icon has at least double-digit satellites and is white. If that icon is red or orange, you're not connected to enough satellites. The drone will have a hard time using its GPS functions and it may not be able to track you very well. Actually, I'm going to hold it just to make sure. Hold it with my right hand and drive with my left hand and watch the road. So we're moving out of the parking lot. We're going to be driving around the Great Park here. So got some trees to avoid there. Got pretty close to that tree, but it's following us. Now I do have to remember to not move too quickly. Now I will be showing you the screen record of this as well, so you can see how fast the drone is moving. That speed of the drone is in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen record. The drone is probably, let's say, 20-25 feet off the ground right now. That way, like, you know, you can see some bicyclists going in front of us right now. Just in case, you know, you're not supposed to be within 25 feet of any people that you're flying around or over. Let's make our left turn here, and we're just going to drive around the park. Now, inside the park, the top speed limit is 25 miles per hour. Let's see, I can't set my cruise control, but right now my truck is going, it says it's going 14 miles per hour. Now the drone is having to avoid some of these light posts on the right. The trees to the left in the center area I don't think they're tall enough to actually come in contact with the drone. So we're going, my truck shows about 13-14 miles per hour right now. Drone's doing a great job of staying on us. It is kind of moving back and forth. There's not a lot of wind right now. There's a little bit of wind, maybe 5 to 10 knots tops of, you know, side to side wind, but other than that, perfectly clear skies outside. And yeah, so we're moving, we're doing 14 miles per hour. So right now my truck is going 16 miles per hour. Target is moving too fast. Okay, so 13, are we still tracking? So you saw that little screen pop up saying the target was moving too fast. You can see that the drone has fallen behind a little bit, and drone shows it's going about 15-16 miles per hour. My truck shows we're doing 10, 11. We're gonna go around this little roundabout. Make sure the drone is following us, avoiding everything. Still doing a good job. Okay, so we got this little bit of a straightaway here. I am gonna push the speed a little bit. So right now we're going 17 miles per hour on my truck, 18 miles per hour. See, it says target moving too fast. So let's slow down, let it catch up a little bit. Come on, drone, catch on up. Catch on up. I'm going about, truck says 11 miles per hour right now. Okay, it looks like the drone is caught up a little bit. It does have a light post in between me and the drone. Hopefully it's gonna miss that light post. Oh, that's not good. Oh, it went around. It did not like that light post. It did not want to follow us around there. Oh, and it lost us. It finally got around the light post, and I thought it was gonna pick us back up, but it did not. Okay, so someone on YouTube commented on my video saying that the drone will actually track you faster if you are in parallel mode. So let's turn on our screen recorder so you can see everything I'm doing on the remote here. Okay, so you can see the drone is looking at my truck. We're gonna draw the box, see the little car icon. So active track. Now we're gonna do parallel. We're gonna hit go. We are going to start recording. And let's see how it does in parallel mode. The person told me on YouTube that the drone will track you faster. It will be able to go faster and track you faster while you're in parallel mode. So right now it looks like it's, you know, back and to the left, you know, maybe like the 7-8 o'clock-ish from my truck. We're going 15 miles per hour right now. Oh yeah, look at that. The drone was just up to like 17.5 miles per hour there for a second. It is going to have an interesting time. It's looking through a a lot of these trees at my truck. So we're coming up to the roundabout. Let's get into the roundabout. Wow, look at that. So the drone got all the way up to like 19 miles per hour, which is actually kind of exciting because in my mountain bike videos, I was talking about how the drone was only able to get up to maybe 16s, you know, mid 16s, maybe get to 17 miles per hour. Woo, we just missed those lights. All right, drone. Wow, it just flew like right over the top of my car. That is interesting what it's doing in parallel mode. It's all over the place. Okay, come on. Come on. Oh, it looked like it lost us in the roundabout. No, drone. No. Active track. Parallel. Parallel is highlighted. Go. Okay. We are moving. We are in parallel. I can see parallel is lightly yellow on the screen here. So truck is going 15 miles per hour, 16. The drone is flying in the 16s. Okay, let's see if we can go a little faster here. I'm gonna move up. Now we're going 18, 19 miles per hour, 18 miles per hour. Drone, look at that. The drone is going in the 18s, the high 18s into the 19, keeping up. So it's true. Oh, that YouTuber was correct, or the commenter on YouTube was correct. Look at that. It's chasing me at 21 miles per hour in parallel mode. Okay, let's go faster. We're coming up on that roundabout. Now my truck shows it's going 22. Oh, now we're going too fast. Okay, let's slow down. There's nobody behind me. Wow, the drone got up to like 23 miles per hour there just for a split second while I was catching up. Let's see. We're coming up on that roundabout again. Now, just so you know, I do have my screen on the whole time. If you do lock your screen and the screen goes black, Active Track will not work. It'll shut off completely. So you do have to keep your screen on. If you're gonna hold it, if you're gonna put it in your backpack, you have to ensure that the screen on your phone stays on. As soon as it turns off or your lock screen shuts it off, your Active Track will completely stop. Don't know why, that's just what it does. So we're coming around the roundabout again. Drone is on us very nicely. We're still in parallel mode. This time it didn't fly over the top of us, so it stayed locked on. Now it's gonna have a lot of these trees in the center divider here to track us around, and the light poles on the other side. So oh, we're going a little too fast. Sorry, I'm getting excited. Let's try to keep it at 21. Right now my truck shows 21 miles per hour. The drone is, yeah, it's doing a job. It is, oh, now we're moving too fast. Come on, you can do it. Woo, it is getting close to some of those trees and light posts. The other thing I will definitely tell you is if you're gonna do Active Track and you're doing it by yourself, someone's not holding your remote and looking at the screen, you better have a DJI coverage or some type of coverage, because I know eventually I am gonna crash this thing into something. Okay, 22, so when I start to get up to 20, above 20 and stay, it's having a hard time. Now it did just show the drone is flying about 23.5 miles per hour right there. My truck shows 21 right now. This is very exciting. I'm really surprised that it's flying faster and tracking faster in parallel mode. I don't know why that is. If you know why that is, or if, God forbid, DJI actually watch one of my videos and let me know, or if, you know, somebody, a real, you know, hot YouTuber like Flight Path watches this video. He's a local guy here. He's not sponsored, but he gets all kinds of stuff sent to him to record. Maybe he can tell me what. Oh wow, the drone followed me through the roundabout. So it flew right over the top of me, and now it's out to my right and is tracking me. All right, so now I'm gonna push my luck here. I'm gonna get all the way up to 25 in my truck. That's the speed limit here. I want to see what the drone does. So right now, 26. I'm breaking the law. 25, 24. Okay, so I'm trying to stay. Wow, look at the drone is going all the way up to 26 miles per hour, 27 miles per hour, and tracking me. This is exciting. I'm gonna have to do another mountain bike video with the drone in parallel mode. Now it's telling me I'm going too fast. Don't tell me that, DJI. Just do it. So I'm really glad that I came out here to do this video because I want to show all you guys how, you know, you can get Active Track working for you, and you can get yourself out there, have your drone chasing you down hills and up mountains and all kinds of stuff. Hopefully this video will help you guys figure out any kind of bugs you're having. Also, I'm really excited about how fast the drone will track in parallel mode as compared to trace mode. In trace mode, the drone is only getting up to about 16.5, 17 miles per hour, whereas the person who commented on one of my videos, if you put it in parallel mode, I believe the drone got up to 24, 25. I have to look at the footage again just to make sure, but I'll put a little number right there to let you know how fast that drone got up to. So thank you guys again for watching. I really appreciate it. We did just hit over 1,000 subscribers. I'm really excited about that. Thank you guys for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Make sure you click that bell icon so you can see all of my future videos. And if you do have any questions after watching this video, please leave those down in the comments. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Most of the comments on the videos that I make pop up in my YouTube app, and I respond to those usually within a day, sometimes within the hour. Just depends on how much I'm looking at my phone. Thanks again for watching. Do all that stuff for me. Help support the channel. Hit that like button. Share this with any of your friends if they're having any problems as well. Leave comments below. Definitely subscribe to the channel. I do all kinds of drone stuff, hiking, mountain biking, things like that. So please subscribe. And the last thing you can do to help me out would be to click on one of these boxes up in the corners. One will take you to a playlist, another to a recent video. And always you can click that logo over there, the Urban Outdoorsman SoCal logo, to subscribe. Thanks a lot.